here with head volleyball coach Dale Starr, previewing the 2017 Robert Morris volleyball season. Dale, first of all, thanks for taking time.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Dale, the Colonials come off a 14-16 campaign, 8-6 in the NEC last year. Talk to me a little bit about what 2016 was and how do you look to improve upon that?
2016 was a disappointing season. You know, we're coming off a championship in 2015 and returned all but one player and got racked by injuries early on and really never recovered. We were down to 7 healthy players by the end of the year. You know, not making the conference tournament for the first time in 17 years. You know, that was a tough little blow to the ego for all of our kids. We revamped our roster. We brought in 8 new kids. You know, we had some transfers. We had some people not come back, and then so we filled those voids and you know, we lost a lot of offense from those 3 graduating seniors, from Leah Donovan, Arden Fisher, and April Kravanek. So, you know, replacing them is going to be our number one biggest challenge this year. I really like the group that we've got coming in 2017. These 8 freshmen have brought a lot of great energy. The upperclassmen have done an outstanding job of integrating them into our system, really, getting our culture set and our expectations set. And the energy and the attitude and the effort in the gym has been outstanding so far.
Coach, how's preseason camp gone so far? You know, we're this weekend starts the season with the Butler tournament. How's preseason camp gone so far for you?
Preseason's been good. It's we got through relatively injury-free, which is always a key to the preseason. You know, making sure that we're getting enough reps, but they're staying healthy and ready to go. And you know, the kids are anxious. We had a great blue-red scrimmage on Saturday. Went 5 sets. So that was encouraging to see the competition level. The effort was outstanding. You know, the physical mistakes are things that we can clean up, but the effort and the energy was great. And so we really look to build upon that. We got 3 days of practice this week. We leave on Thursday, so we've got a lot left to put in these next 3 days. But you know, I'm really pleased with where we're at, and I'm anxious to see what we do against somebody else.
Coach, you talked about replacing the 3 seniors from last year. Obviously, Arden Fisher stands out among being a 4-time All-NEC honoree. How do you go about picking up that slack with a team that brings in 8 freshmen?
You know, we're not going to replace that kind of production with one player. You know, it's actually it might be good for us to have to spread things around and look to multiple players to try to fill those empty spots that are left by, there was tons of digs and tons of kills left on the table, when she left. So, but we had the same thing with April and Leah. Leah, lots of blocks on the table. We're very, very young in the middle. We don't have a single competitive Division I match under our belt outside of the spring season of any of our middles. So that's going to be an interesting thing. But they've been a real bright spot in the preseason. They've done a great job coming in and getting used to the speed and getting used to our systems and getting used to being available all the time, much more so than they ever had to be in club or high school. So I've been pleased with that group. I'm pleased with the whole team. It's really been a refreshing change to have the amount of energy that we've had in the gym, as well as the leadership has really stepped forward. Our upperclassmen have really stepped up, and our freshmen have done a great job of integrating. So I couldn't be happier with our preseason so far.
Coach, quickly, how have your 8 freshmen adjusted so far to coming into Robert Morris and becoming Division I volleyball student athletes?
So far, so good. But there's no classes to worry about. They're getting to know each other. They all live in the same dorm, the suite together. So, they've gotten really a great chance to bond. Like I said, our upperclassmen have done a great job of making sure that they're integrating everyone in together and not having any kind of separation between that group of 8 and then everybody else. But we'll see when classes start next week. Fortunately, our first tournament's before classes start, so we'll be able to get those 4 matches under our belt before they have to get their world thrown upside down again and have to start learning how to manage their time with classes and full day worth of stuff and then come into practice. So we'll see how they handle that.
Coach, finally, what's going to be key to, first of all, not just this opening tournament out at Indianapolis against Butler, Stony Brook, Eastern Michigan, and Oakland. But what's going to be key going forward throughout the season to return back to the NEC tournament?
Just developing some sort of consistency with our lineup. The first weekend, we're going to have a lot of different lineups out there. Our competition has been really good in the preseason, so everybody's going to get opportunities. We're going to see who's going to rise up to become a regular starter, but we have a lot of depth this year, which we have not had in the past. So that's a great problem to have. Sitting down, figuring out playing time, different lineups, different rosters. The whole preseason, every time we've competed, it's been competitive. It's been close. The sets have been 2-3 points. So, that's going to be the biggest thing, is just try to figure out some consistency with our lineup. And then, obviously you have to stay healthy. In order to win a championship in this conference, you have to stay healthy. The two teams that are in the finals are usually the two healthiest teams at the end of the year that don't lose. In the NEC, none of our rosters are deep enough to sustain an injury to a star player. We're just not. And so if you can stay healthy, if you can keep your best players healthy, then you've got a shot to be in it at the end. And that's kind of the goal that we have, is to try to find some consistency, try to find a consistent lineup through the preseason, and then by the time we play, I believe it's St. Francis, PA, in mid-September, that we'll have a lineup pretty well shaken out, and we'll have everybody buying into their roles and everybody kind of paddling in the same direction.
Coach, thanks so much for taking time to speak to us, and best of luck this weekend at the Butler tournament.
Appreciate it. Thank you.